So in this show, Battle Beast hasn't really done much. He bullied a younger Mark, fought a couple Viltrumites, but for the most part he's just been talking smack.
Long have I waited for such a worthy challenge. I will savor this. And if this conflict brings about the end of my life, I will savor it all the more.
But if you know anything about the comics, you know shit gets pretty crazy for Battle Beast. And considering my last video was about Thrag, I thought it only appropriate to make this one about Battle Beast. But where Thrag and the other Viltrumites just throw hands, Battle Beast actually utilizes weapons. Multiple weapons, in fact, making this build incredibly versatile. So if you like versatile builds, I highly recommend it. Starting off this build would be all about building Battle Beast himself, because while I can choose to be a wolf in Elden Ring, I can't just start off as one. Starting off, I immediately got Melina and began running around to get the weapons that we'll be using for this build. I have 4 specific weapons in mind for this build, one of them that we can only get in Landale Royal Capital. I snuck behind these dogs and grabbed this great sword, which will be our surrogate for this sword that Battle Beast uses. We also grabbed the Great Mace, which will be our surrogate for Battle Beast's mace. Then I grabbed the Bloodhound's Claw as an interpretation for Battle Beast's ability to throw hands. I then killed Leon and Misbegotten, and finally got the ability to use the Great Mace. I then killed Loretta, finally grabbed my wolf head, and began Ranni's questline by entering into her servitude.
I see our and I require anticipate.
We then talked to all 3 of Ranni's boys, and headed to Raya Lucaria to fight Renala. Let's go! Goodbye, Rolano. I had to defeat you for the questline anyways, but I wanted to change some cosmetics while I was at it. Immediately after that, I finally got my Battle Beast armor on, and then fought a couple bosses just because I wanted to. After defeating those 2 bosses, I decided to go fight Radahn. But I'd like to say, if you've made it this far in the video, why don't you go ahead and leave a like and subscribe. It helps the channel a lot and tells me that you guys are enjoying the content.
Champions! Welcome! The stars have aligned! The festival is nigh!
Thought I might find you here. I must admit, I was a little worried. We missed our meeting.
Was that just a no-hit Radon? Was that just a no-hit Radon? Ooh. Was that... I might have to watch that footage back. Was that just a no-hit Radon? I was not expecting to no-hit Radon with this build, but... I mean, it's welcome. It's welcome. After rewatching that footage and seeing the Radon no-hit, I talked to Blythe again, and then headed to Nokron the Eternal City. There, I fought a much weaker version of myself, and then definitely didn't accidentally jump to my death. I then grabbed the Fingerslayer blade for Ronnie, gave it to her, and then finally headed to fight Margit.
Ah, not blithe it seemeth. Even in my slumber I sensed it. It is in thy possession, is it not? My thanks. Finally all the pieces are in place. Soon must I begin my journey.
Thou art of passing skill. Warrior blood truly run thy veins. Tarnished.
I then headed to Mount Gelmir, killed this magma worm, and then talked to Alexander, who was taking quite the warm bath.
Ah, good sir. What business might you have in such a place as this?
After speaking with Alexander, we finally kill Godric. Unfortunately, my mic still wasn't recording at this time apparently, but right after that we killed Rykard, and then fought the Draconic Tree Sentinel to enter Lane Dell. From this point on, we'll be using the Greatsword, as I want to use all of Battle Beast's weapons before the end of the video. It's time to face Goldtree, baby! Come on, Gold Boy. Are you gonna do this now? Alright. Hopefully that's ball game. It is. Talisman pouch! We'll probably continuously use the Greatsword up until after what's his name? Malekith? After we beat Malekith, we'll move on and do a different weapon. We'll probably do the hammer or the Oh shit! I forgot about you! Hello! My bad, Black Knife. I forgot about your aura. One more time! There we go. Sorry for forgetting about you, Black Knife. Your aura was just not felt. After defeating Morgott, we headed to complete Ronnie's questline, where we had to fight Blythe twice, and then fight Estelle, so that after defeating him, we can go marry Ronnie, finishing her questline and gaining a new ending. We then finally go fight Fire Giant, so we can burn the Erd Tree. Post burning the Erd Tree, we move on to the Claws as our next weapon we'll use for Battle Beast. As usual, we immediately killed the Godskin duo, themselves with an old friend.
I see you finally made it here yourself. The city hanging in the air is slowly crumbling. What an incredible place we find ourselves. But that aside, I can't believe you felled that giant. It was practically a god. I doubt there's another soul out there who could have done the same. Of course, I count myself the great Alexander among many, which means I've but one thing to ask of you. Would you kindly undertake my ordeal? Come and tell me when you're ready. I've been longing to fight a warrior as accomplished as you. You are ready then? Then let us begin.
I am the great Jar Warrior, Iron Fist Alexander. Lend me strength, O warriors. Let us become one champion together.
Alright, Alexander. You lived and died a warrior, buddy. Rest in peace, Alexander. You lived as a warrior to your last breath.
Destined death. I will not have it stolen.
Generational Malekith run, I'm not gonna lie. I'm sorry, a generational Malekith run. Oh my goodness, I am getting really good at that fight. I used to hate that fight, but I'm getting really, really good at it now. The final act, last 3 bosses, technically 2, but before the end of the game I made sure to fight Sewer Moog, because Battle Beast would leave no battle unfought. I used to hate you, but you're actually starting to grow on me as one of the better bosses in the game. After this, I swapped to the hammer, killed Sir Gideon the All-Yapping, and finally made it to the end of the game to fight my favorite boss.
It's been a long while, Morgoth. Long and hard didst thou fight, tarnished warrior, spurned by the grace of gold. Be assured the Elden Ring resteth close at hand. Alas, I am returned. To be granted audience once more. Upon my name as Godfrey, the first Elden Lord.
Easy, first try, Horloo. Yeah. Respect, respect. First time using this weapon against an actual boss, by the way. Had no idea how to use it, so I missed out a lot. Okay, we're in the final act. This right here is gonna be a really fun boss fight. Let's do this, Radagon. I feel like this and Godfrey are like the two coolest cutscenes in the game for bosses introductions. Radagon. You and your goated theme. I do think that Radagon has the best theme in the game. I think he has the best theme in the game, in my opinion. Bum, bum. Jumping attack. Hit. Swing. Swing. Hit. Oh, you're just handing me this on a silver platter, buddy. You're just handing me that on a silver platter. I mean, come on. Oh my goodness. We're already at the tri-way point. Get out in front of him and hit him with that. That was a good Radagon run. Now it's time for Elden Beast. Did I not level up? Oops. You know what I'm thinking this entire boss fight? Not about the boss itself. I'm thinking, where the fuck are my runes? My runes are gone. I had like 300,000 runes on me and they're just gone. Where the fuck are my runes? It's showing them on the map. Are they outside? Am I never getting those runes back? Yo, Elden Ring. Where are my runes at? They're off the map. This was an incredibly versatile build. Let me get all of my weapons that I use. I don't think I can hold all of them in one hand, of course. I can hold them in multiple hands, but yeah, it was an incredibly versatile build. You know, we started out with the mace, amazing weapon. I thought it was great. I think it's one of the best from this whole build. And of course, you got the great sword that we used towards the middle, the little claws that we used. Get those out. Which I just interpreted as Battle Beast throwing hands. And of course we got the hammer. The hammer was an incredibly standout weapon from this build. I highly recommend that anybody who hasn't used this, use it. That, like, towards the end, even as a last weapon that I hadn't been using the whole time, I literally, you know, when you use a weapon, usually get used to using that weapon over the course of the build. But for this one, I had to kind of switch it up last minute. Still, an incredibly good weapon, whether I swapped to it last minute or not. This was just a really good hammer. Even before I had any affinities on it, just base a 20 plus hammer was able to do 1,000 damage in 2 hits. That is incredible. I think this is probably the best weapon from the entire run. This is actually the first time I ever used the great sword as well. This one, I know a lot of people like to use it for their guts builds. Really good weapon. This was probably the best great build that I did. The ultra great sword specifically. I don't usually like ultra great weapons or colossal weapons. This was really good. Same thing for this. I don't think this counts as an ultra great weapon. And it is just a great weapon. Still, really good weapon, either way. But, thank you guys for watching the video. I would enjoy if you did. Please leave a like and subscribe for more videos. Because I'm having a lot of fun doing these builds. I have no idea how I'm going to get my runes. If anybody knows how to get them, tell me. That's 300,000 runes right there that are just off in the void somewhere. But yeah, enjoy the ending.
The battle is over, I see. I do solemnly swear to every living being and every living soul. Now cometh the age of the stars, 1,000-year voyage under the wisdom of the moon. Here beginneth the chill night that encompasses all, reaching the great beyond. Into fear, doubt, and loneliness, as the path stretcheth into darkness. Well then, shall we? my fair consort eternal.